You have to sell. You have no other option. And ultimately, the product will become good if the money keeps coming from the customers.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
So tell us the good, the bad, or the ugly of being a tech in the tech business. Not only the shiny, or is I become a millionaire? It's easy to become a millionaire. I just do this app and I will be a millionaire. Tell us the good, the bad, of the and the ugly of tech entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. So I'll start with the ugly, or do you want me to start with the good?
Yeah. Start with the ugly, so people have real perception. Of course, we encourage everyone to start their own business, to create their own business. However, when you go to tech, you do have to be very careful. You need to have a good mentor. You have to have a plan. You need to prepare for it, because it can be easy. It can be tough when you are inside there already developing a product, and now you need to get a market fit. Exactly what we're talking about to sell your first million. So tell us the ugly first.
Yeah, so Harry, I'll start with the good. The
Okay.
good is the barrier to enter is very, very low,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it? Once upon a time, you need to have like a full-fledged infrastructure in place. Like you needed three different kinds of servers, you needed a lot of
Mm-hmm.
machines, and every time
Mm-hmm.
you hired an employee,
Mm-hmm.
you had to give them a laptop, you had to give them
Mm-hmm.
access to server, email, all that stuff. Now with cloud, it's a pay as you go model, isn't it? So the cost of building that infrastructure is pretty organic. You are not spending a lot of money to hire an employee or build that infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud is pay as you go, very easy to enter. All right. So what you need is a good idea. All
Mm-hmm.
right. What you need is a good market research. And what you need the most is belief, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever I'm building every day, you need to believe in yourself that whatever I'm building will be valuable. All right. Of course, other than the market research and all that stuff, you need to believe that I'm solving a problem which is faced by not just millions, but billions. All right.
I'm glad
Um,
that you touched about these hitters, because you see exactly as you describe it, the barrier to entry is really low, because
exactly.
you only need a minimum viable product, an
Right.
MVP.
Right.
However, this is where the problem starts. This is when everybody starts to fail, because now they are not listening to you, and now, regardless that the barrier to entry is low, and you can create a very simple MVP to see if somebody will buy the problem and the solution that you provided. Now,
Right.
tech entrepreneurs, software developers, that they love write code, they
Right.
remove that M out of the equation, and rather than create an MVP and start to test the market to see what kind of form this market is going to buy the product,
Right.
now they decide that it's a good idea, create a big elephant, a big software that will make the world a better place, that we're going to patent it, and it's going to be so good that people will come out of the sky and will buy it. And this is when the problem starts, is it?
Right. Right. So when they say the barrier to enter is low, that creates a lot of competition. Then how many,
Absolutely.
if you want to build and if you want to join, let's say you want to start an airline business, all right, or if you want to get into space business, like Mr. Elon Musk started SpaceX. So the barrier to enter in that industry is so
Wow.
high that
My,
you don't see a lot of competition.
keep, even if you're going to open a restaurant,
Exactly.
Let's keep it
Exactly.
simple. You're gonna
Right.
open a restaurant. Well, if you want to do something decent, I don't know in U.S. numbers, but you might need a 250,000, I think, in United Kingdom if
Yeah.
you want
Yeah.
to try out if it works.
Yeah. By the way, I used to own a restaurant chain as well
Oh,
at one
now
point.
you
Yeah.
know. Now you know what you're talking
It's not
about.
it's not easy to run a restaurant, especially, because most of your customers come on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So during the week, it's very hard to get your customers unless
Mm-hmm.
you are running those specials, the coupons.
Mm-hmm.
And when most of the world is spending time with their families, you are at the restaurant trying to
Tell
feed
me
other
about. I
families.
had one. I had one in London, in
Okay.
Brick Lane. In Brick Lane, I know exactly what you're talking about. I used to have one. Yeah. But coming from the business, because it's a good point what you're talking about barrier to entry. Yeah, we're talking about the
Right,
case of the restaurant. You
right,
and I, we both have restaurants. We know that the barrier to entry is high. Okay,
right,
so
right.
good thing. You tell me about the good. So good thing is barrier to entry is low.
Low, right,
Well, it brings a lot of competition though. Yeah, you
right.
say that, but we good. So when things start to become ugly.
So when you realize that you are 200,000, $300,000 down, and your product is not gaining that kind of traction, all right, and you are so emotionally involved
Attach, yeah.
with that product, all right, that you are not ready to give up. And either
Or
you,
listen to the market, Hitesh. Sometimes they get so
or listen to the market.
so emotional attached to the product that they
Absolutely.
at what they create that they're not listening to the market and 300,000 and the more attached become 500,000. The next one is you
Right,
remortgage your house and you keep so in love with what you created or what that idea without having to test it to the market. Some people that have spoken this broadcast because we have analyzed the topic in depth because honestly we see a massive amount of failure in tech just because of
right,
this. Just because of
right.
this.
Absolutely.
Software is the
Absolutely.
common genius like you, software developer, that is a genius and they get lost on the way of building that business because fundamental concepts of how business works they get skipped away because they create the product, they fall in love with the product, they get emotional attached with the product,
Right,
and now my product is gonna be so good that everybody will buy. Some people have shared in this podcast that this it is a common phenomenon, and what illustrates is that the founder have a fear to actually show the product to the market, so I hide behind the product and try to make it to improve it and improve it and improve it and improve it. But what is actually happening is having a deepest fear to show the product to the market. And the other thing, Hitch, is that in this podcast, right, what we find out is that some of the people that are successful in tech, yeah, most of the people that are successful in tech, at least that have attended to this broadcast, some of them don't even know how to write code. They have a better idea. They are very good at sales and marketing. They are very good and take it something small and show
right.
it to the market and get feedback and talk with developers and say, listen, this guys, this is what the market want. Please build it like this. It's not me. I
The
already shown
market.
it to everyone. The market is what
Right,
they want. So we have a lot of tech millionaires that um, that they are not even software developers. They're more marketing and sales experts. Yeah.
right.
However, the other software developers that come to this podcast, they are software developers. They come to a podcast and they spend the whole day talking about sales and marketing. So they talk very little about software development. So, what kind
Right,
of developer are you that you were so passionate about sales and marketing? So, the point of the story is that if you are a tech entrepreneur and you do have an idea, this comes with a package. For example, Hitesh, do you like sales and marketing? Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But whether you like it or not, you have to embrace it if
you
you
have
want to
to do it.
succeed in tech. Yeah.
Right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. You have no other option. And
Absolutely.
see, here's the thing, isn't it? If you come to think of it, right from the President of the United States to your mom, isn't it? When your mom wanted you to eat a certain thing, all right, she sold
That
that
idea to you.
broccoli to you, isn't it? She said,
100%.
"Oh, broccoli is healthy. It will make you confident. It will
Mhm.
make you strong." All
Will
right,
tell,
that's a
will sell it to you until you eat it, and she wanna
ex-
stop selling it to you.
exactly. So that's a sales pitch. I mean, you have to sell. You have no other option, and ultimately, the product will become good if the money keeps coming from the customers. So you realize that it's life after MVP is life after angel investment. It's
Mhm.
life after VC funding. So that
Mhm.
once you get angel funds or once you get VC funds, you are all the more on the hook to sell. So
Absolutely.
because those funds will basically they want the
That the
ROI.
only reason they give you the money is for you to sell more.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.